G'day, my name is Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, and the time is about 2:04 in the evening. Now, I made a video previously of drying chilies on the 26th, I think it was May. Now, I will put the link in, I think it's, and this is what is left of the chilies that we dried. We're giving a whole lot away. This is the very hot one. This is the one that smells like what is it? Chocolate. Yeah, it's got a nice, very nice smell to it. But that there you don't need very much of to pretty much do anything with. Now these are the chilies we have left. I'll open these up and we'll have a quick look at them. Now remember, this container was full and we did give away a full container. Now we're going to be, I've got some more planted and I'm probably getting some more chili bushes again, but we've got them growing and we'll see how we go. Now these are the very hot ones again. As I said before, I'm not going to worry about grinding up any of these ones today because you just pop one of those into anything and it'll spice everything up. And they're the green ones. So pretty much we're going to make two chilies. So this one here we're going to put away because if we need a whole one we can use one of these. If not, just sprinkle some of this stuff, and this stuff is very, very powerful. So first of all, we'll make our green one up, and then we'll put this one away. I'll make our green one up. Now I want to get some bigger chili bushes, and I also want to learn how to look after them in the winter time. So when winter hits, we can keep the chili bushes and protect them, so nothing basically goes. So nothing will go on the chili bush. Like the chili bush will grow again, and any cold and all that will basically just what's what I'm looking for. Won't affect chili. I'll learn how to trim the chili down and all that. So in this one, we're just gonna fill this up, seeds and all. So we want to basically make a full jar of this one and a full jar of the red one. And any leftover ones we can keep to the side and we'll put that into another jar. So we've still got plenty of these. I won't put them in spuds when we're cooking spuds. Like if I'm roasting spuds, I'll put one of these in there, and that creates a nice what do you call it? Nice chili flavour into it. Now it's going to be a bit noisy, so bear with me, please. I think that will do for this lot. This thing here, it's old as the hills, but it's still brilliant. Works fantastic. I'm going to need a lot more than this, but it's only a start. Whew. This stuff is strong. But you can see how fine that creates it. Now I would suggest you probably do this with a fan on somewhere to blow away the what's the word I'm looking for? Blow away the chili smell if you're not used to it. I think that's all I'm going to get out of that. So what I'm going to do here is put these back into this one, because there are some bits there I can still crunch up a bit. So that will go back into that one. But we'll just show the next step anyway. I'll probably get a bigger spoon for this next. I'll probably put in a bit of paper or something like that. So we can just tip this in. Come on. Just gotta remember not to touch your eyes afterwards. I'll use this bowl as a soup bowl later. Okay, so we've still got plenty to go. So I'll continue on making that. What I'll do is I'll probably just fast forward all this section here, and you don't have to hear me babble. But actually we'll get another spoon, a bigger one. So we'll be back. Need that sneeze. Now, as you can see, I grind it up a second time, and you can see most of that chili is pretty fine as how I want it. So if it doesn't grind up the first time, put it back in and grind it up again. Now, as for these leftover pieces, I'm going to put it into in their own jar, and I'll make a mixture of that and the red one. This is why I suggest you bring a mask. Now, you could probably put this in the grinder again, but what's the point? I'll go get another jar then for this. Now, this leftover stuff I'm just going to dump into here, and I'll eventually put that into another jar with the what's the names? with the red chili. But you can see how it turns out. Really, really fine. I could probably get it finer again if I wanted to, but beggars don't have to be. You don't have to really worry about it. It will do the job. And chili is actually very good for you. This jar's almost full. Pretty much full, I'm going to call this one. So, that's our green chili done. Next one's going to be the red one. So we've got those two there. This leftover chili here, I'm going to simply just put into this one. That will go with all of that. Not going to worry about the bowl itself because the flavours are all there. Well, pretty much the same thing. So the green one, this is how much we got left over from the green one. Now we can still dry these. These bigger pieces are good to put in as before when you're doing spuds, put them into the oil and it will enhance the flavour of the oil. So, as I said before, I think it's 26 of May or 26 of March, I'm not quite sure, I have to double check it, but I will put the link in there. That's how long ago I made these chilies before, and that's before I gave at least one of these full overflowing, plus probably at least one of these green ones at least away to people. So excuse me, my nose is just like, this is one thing I do like about the chilies, you just don't have to worry about what they are. They're all pretty much the same flavour. Now I want to probably keep that because I like the look of that one, and that will go good in a dish. I'll just use the small bird's eyes ones. These, you have to be surprised, they are pretty strong in flavour, which is quite good. I'm going to probably use up all these, but we've still got a bush that has bird's eye chilies growing. I'll let them go a bit too long. Some I can still use, the others I probably won't be able to use. I might use up all these red ones. Yeah, they need to be used. And might as well use this big one as well. I'm not going to get a full jar out of this. But each one of these has a unique flavour. Now we're not going to need this anymore. This one, a next container tool, next lot of chilies we get, we'll use it for something else. Excuse my nose. Okay, let's grind this one up. A big one does not want to grind up, so I'll just take it out and take him out, and I'll put the big red one in again. Oh my nose. You can see how vibrant the colour looks. You can see when you do grind it up how fine it becomes, like when you put it through a sieve. Now the reason why I want it finer, because this one here, if you really want just the hint of flavour of chili on something and you don't want these big pieces in there, it's because this will have a different flavour to that when you're using it. This will break down a lot better in curries, in soups. You can see how that is. That's beautiful. I just like the look of that. It really is just beautiful. Now I'm going to tip it back into here, because we're going to try to grind up that big one again. The leftover stuff. Dump it into there. I'll put this one to there first. Like I said before, I use this big bowl, put some soup in it today and have that for tea, or like lunch tea type thing. There's no point wasting the flavour of the chilli, so to speak. It's almost filled that up. Oh wow. But we're going to have no more red chilies. Well, I have to wait until they grow again. That piece does not want to break up, does it? So let's encourage it to break up. That's perfect. That's all nicely done. This one can be just rinsed and put into some soup if you're going to do some soup before you wash it. But have a look at that colour again. Look how vibrant that is. Now look at this. It looks really, really fantastic how it looks like that. Those pieces there, you don't throw them away, you put them into another jar, right? And that jar there will hold other flavours. They can hold mixed flavours together. Oh, that's perfect. That's our second jar. So that's how easy it is to basically grind them up. So you don't have to grind them up all the time, because otherwise you're just wasting the process of them keeping storage and stuff like that. So they're still dry. They'll last for another, probably another 6 months or so. Like this one here is still good. Occasionally this one might clunk up, but then all you do is just shake it up. There's no artificial preservatives in here. There is no extra salt or extra pepper or anything else. This is pure and simply, as you can see, chilies. And that's it. You don't need anything special in here. This you can add to other things, like if you're going to put cumin in something, I want a bit of chili flavour, I'd add a bit of this into the cumin, you know what I mean? But I would never put something in this jar besides chili, because that's what you want. Now if you want just to grab this lot here, which I'm going to basically put into another jar, I'm going to go find one, put another one into another jar. That will be a crunchier, sort of like a chili. It's still flaky, soft bits in there too, but most of that would be like this size chili here, the crunchy bits. Perfect on steaks, absolutely fantastic. You get the flavour of the chili and you get on steaks, and it's just absolutely fantastic. This one here, you've got to be very careful how you use it. As I said before, you can see how much we've actually used, because it's a very hot flavour. The green one's the most common one we found everybody uses, and it's pretty much the milder flavour out of all of them. This, the bird's eye chilies, you've got to be careful with the flavour of this, because these are warm but not as hot as this. But and when you grind them down, they're quite nice. They're not too bad, but when you actually use them whole into hamburgers, stuff like that, yeah. So this would be good with a pate, going to a mixed salt. Get this bit of salt and a bit of probably a bit of pepper, and you mix, and a bit of cumin or something like that, and you mix that into the like if you say go smoke some hamburgers or something like that, then you can do that. So we're pretty much done our. Whoops, is that the way? We're pretty much done what we want to do today. Let's just do that into a quick bowl, into another quick bowl, into another container like this, and these I'll just keep storing them here in the garage, and they will just sit there, and we're probably going to grind these up again soon when we get a chance to. Like when we use up more of this, I'll grind the rest of that up, and same with the green one, I'll probably grind the rest of that up. Because we've got a new crop coming up soon, so hopefully by Christmas time we'll have the crop. But yeah, Christmas or January, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I do hope you like this video, and if so, please subscribe. But as you can see, it's not that hard. Even if you only grow a couple of chilies yourself, just a couple bushes in a pot, right? And you only pluck what you need. And you don't have to dry them, but it's better off. If you dry them, you get more than what you need, say from 2 or 3 bushes. You can give them to your neighbours and all that, but then you're sort of like, I've still got all this chili left. Dry them, right? Grind them up. They'll last over winter time. You'll go into soups. You can keep them whole, and you can put them into, when you're doing French fries or something like that, or spuds, or whatever you're putting into the oven or something like that. You can put some chilies into whole chilies or grinded up chilies. They're fantastic in hamburgers. They're fantastic on steak. Even just in salad, the little bit of chili there will keep that going. And it's good for you. And you know where you get it from. You know you grew it yourself. You know how you grew it. You know what you put into it. So the end result, you're getting a fantastic product, right? That basically just anybody can grow almost anywhere in the world, right? You can grow, if you live in the city, you can grow them in the city on the porch and stuff like that. Probably the harder places are a bit colder climates, but if you make a little hot house, you could probably grow them there as well. Anyway, my name is Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you again for watching this little video of how to grind chili powder. Basically, or how to make chili powder. That's the only way I can describe it. Thank you again for watching, and all comments are welcome, and you all have a great day now.